I was able to go on a red stag hunt in Argentina this year, hosted by Algar Safaris. This is our humble camp, if you will say. And it's not exactly tent accommodations, real luxury. Beautiful view out the window there. This was my room. And here was my view each morning. The first night we were there was their first snow of the season. As you can see, there was really good dusting of snow, and it just really made everything spectacular. But it was a little bit chilly, as you can see by the way I'm dressed up here. The scenery was beautiful, of course, and the wind was howling pretty good at this point in time, so not going to get voice narration on this particular part of the panorama. Didn't actually climb up into the mountains there, but we got pretty close to them each day. A very big ranch. And the sunrises, once the sun finally came up, were spectacular. It really lit up the snow there. But of course, it wasn't all flat. There were some valleys there. We glassed this area looking for stags down in the trees. Here was a really nice looking stag. If I was elk hunting, I would have shot that one or this one, but they're too young, too small. This is what we were looking for. This is my red stag. And I was really pleased to get this one. It's a nice old stag, and it's got a lot of character. I like the weathered look on the antlers there. And there I am with it for scale. And they estimated this was about 300 pounds. Here I am with my red stag in Patagonia, with the mountains in the background. Just amazing scenery. Got a light dusting of snow the first night we were here. And of course the mountains have maintained all of their snow. But just beautiful country. Great time. I figured might as well do a full 360-degree panorama. Got time while the guide goes and gets the car. Mountains are just spectacular here. It was dark when we came in, so I don't know if there was snow in the mountains when we got here. But it snowed our first night here. They said it was the first snow of the year. Sorry for the motion, but I've got to shift my feet. Obviously we're on a very large plain here. Sun went down just a little while ago. And I even thought ahead to grab a flashlight before we headed over here. So hopefully they'll be able to find me with this light on. It occurred to me that standing here dressed all in camo, I might be kind of hard to spot. But then again, anything standing up on this plane, yeah, they can see that. Another beautiful sunrise the next day. We went out looking for a wild boar in the wee hours of the morning, and then went quail hunting. There were hundreds and hundreds of quail. I had to hold these up off to the side because they were really hard to see in front of my camo jacket. And here's a nice view of the lake right nearby the ranch and the mountains alongside that. Again, it was incredibly windy, so the narration that I took at the time was not going to work out at all. Still a little bit of snow left on these north-facing slopes, I guess. Here's a nice looking hawk. There were lots of hawks down in this area. And the food was fabulous. This lemon meringue pie was one of the best I've ever had. And here's the bar with a few heads above it. And I would love to have gotten a boar like this. That would have been fabulous. And here's a little gray fox that we saw. And he came over to the road, ran down the road. I had no interest in shooting one of them, but it was fun to see. Then it was time to head back to Bariloche. And the scenery was spectacular on the way back there. And this is right near Bariloche. And so had a wonderful time with Algar Safaris. And it's a really good value hunt. I recommend it highly.